When will you show your face and how old are you? I'm 18 years old and showing my face actually. Hey Bricks, it's Brickley here and welcome to my 2021 Christmas and New Year's Eve giveaway. And in this video, I'll be answering all of your questions from the previous Q&A, actually a request video for Christmas, and I'm going to answer all of your questions. But first and foremost, I want to wish every single one of you a happy 2022 with a lot of health and, of course, just a lot of fun with, of course, building Lego, because that's what this channel actually is about. I love building Lego, as you can see with my massive Blackgate MOC behind me. So I really look forward to this year with a lot of building and fun, and I hope all of you are going to have an epic 2022 along with me, Brickley. But yeah, you can see my phone over here, and it's actually pretty weird because I'm going to read all of your questions from my phone, and you're going to see them on the screen. I hope I will edit that if I'm not lazy, but yeah. I got a lot of questions on here, and you may see my Kylo Ren helmet over here. That's just to cover up my face for now, but you'll see my face in the future. I'm not sure what I'm going to show it, but I'm definitely going to do a face reveal someday, just not right now. So right now, I'm just going to go and answer all of your questions right here and now. So over here, we got a comment by Azadoc123. Will you do more building competitions? Yes, I will. I'm still currently wrapping up the Battle Pack competition, so that is why I haven't placed any other competition on YouTube, but yeah, that's the only thing I have to say to that. I'm going to do a lot more competitions in the future, so stay tuned for that. Next up over here, we got a comment by, let me see here, Danilo Tirajic. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. My question for you is, will there be a convention where you show all of your MOCs? Yes, I will do that, and I will definitely show you a video of that, so stay tuned for that. I'm definitely going to go to LEGO conventions in the future and show off my Blackgate, Minas Morgul, Barad-dûr, and all of my other MOCs from Middle-earth, so I really look forward to doing that. Next up, we got a question by River. In which country do you live? I live on planet Earth. Not going to answer that question, unfortunately, not yet anyways. Next up over here, we got a question by Leslie Corrales. Are you going to make a Hobbit village? Well, I definitely plan on creating Hobbiton one day. I'm really looking forward to that, so I'm going to build that one day, just not now because I'm quite preoccupied with building the Blackgate MOC. But I definitely look forward to building such a MOC. But I definitely look forward to doing that, although it's a bit expensive to do. I think it would be great to create the Green Dragon, actually, and a lot of epic other locations from Hobbiton. So I definitely look forward to creating the Shire in LEGO. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that one day. Thank you for asking. Next up, we got a question by POTUS Bird. Merry Christmas, Brickley. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you, too. It's a bit late, though. Q&A. Do you have any tips on building an Uruk-hai and Orc army? Well, just go and buy minifigures, save up your money, and what I learned from the past is that you don't really get to buy a lot of Lego sets. Of course, you can buy a lot of sets, but you gotta save your money for purchasing minifigures, because an Uruk-hai is gonna set you back around, let's say, $5 to $20 a minifigure. So if you want 100 Uruk-hai, you're going to save around $2,000 for that. Now, that's a lot of money, so you can't really buy any other Lego sets aside from that. But if you're willing to do that, fine. I mean, all my Lego is 100% Lego, and I actually built most of my armies back in the day. But nowadays, when I'm actually purchasing Lego orcs and such, I really recommend that you go on Bricklink to get them. But I also not recommend that because they're quite expensive on there. I mean, you can get some orcs for around $13 on there. That's pretty expensive for one single minifigure in a big army. So I don't really recommend that you go on Bricklink. I just recommend that you get a deal for maybe like $5 a minifigure and do that 100 times to build a big army. Next question over here is, of course, oh, we actually got Merry Christmas from Raul. Thank you for that. Here's a question. Lord of the Rings or any other theme? Well, I love the Lord of the Rings, but I also love my Star Wars collection right over here on the left of me. I just love any fantasy themed Lego theme. So Pirates of the Caribbean, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Scooby Doo, Monster Fighters isn't really a movie technically, but I still love it. And of course, The Simpsons, we got Stranger Things, a lot of other stuff I also love, like Harry Potter, Marvel, DC, but I don't own those sets because I had to choose between those sets and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. And I definitely went for Star Wars and Lord of the Rings because I'm a big fan of those themes as well. Although I also love Marvel and DC. Those are definitely themes I want to buy in the future. So I guess any theme other than, of course, themes like City. Not really a big fan of the realistic type of Lego themes. But yeah, I love fantasy themed Lego sets. So I definitely look forward to just expanding my Lego collection to, of course, a big collection with Marvel, DC, Ninjago, everything. I just love every single sort of fantasy themed Lego theme. That's about it. That's actually my opinion about that. So next up, we got Happy Holidays, Brickley. Thank you so much. Also, happy holidays to you from Oof Meme over here. Got a question. After you're done with Helm's Deep, Mordor, and Rivendell MOCs, would you consider doing an Erebor MOC? I would do that. Yeah, I love, of course, the Battle of the Five Armies scene where we get the big orc armies marching towards Erebor and Dale. Would love to do that, certainly. Would just be amazing. Next up, we got a question right here by Andy Knoplock over here. Merry Christmas, Brickley. Thank you. Thanks for all the amazing Middle-earth builds. Approximately how many pieces will be in your Mordor build when you are done? Well, of course, the Black Gate right here is actually already pretty huge, actually. It actually is over 40,000 pieces already. I don't know the exact amount. That's my estimate right here. I'm going to sort of count it on Bricklink, but I guess it's over 40,000 right now. But if I'm going to add that up with all of my future MOCs, it's going to probably be certainly over 200,000 pieces, maybe even a couple 100,000 more. But I can't say for sure right now. I mean, it's not really something I can say right now. I mean, it's going to be a huge MOC, and I definitely look forward to seeing the total amount, but I estimate it around 200,000, something like that. Next up, we got a question by, let me see here, Stein Thun Farmdale Q&A. When are you going to do an Oliphant MOC? Are you going to do an Oliphant MOC? I would love it. Yes, I'm going to do that one day, but I'm actually preoccupied with Mordor right now. So you just got to have a little bit of patience for that. Maybe I'll just add it to my side projects, but I'm not going to promise anything on that. But I'm definitely going to create one Oliphant one day because I definitely love the Mumakil. Next up over here, we got a question by Megatron097. Awesome. I love Transformers. Hello. What are your favorite type of Lego orcs, and would you rather have a Goth MOC or a Bolg minifigure? I think it would be really cool to have a Bolg minifigure from The Hobbit because I already have a custom Goth MOC. That's just the main reason, actually. But yeah, I think a Bolg minifigure would really be superb to have him shouting Kahar Gahu at, of course, the gates of the Kingdom of Angmar with, of course, that big fortress and all of the orcs marching out. I think that would really be an epic scene. And, of course, the scene with Legolas battling Bolg. I would love to have a Bolg minifigure, so I definitely choose Bolg for that. Next up, we got Dear Herr der Steine, what's your favorite Lego set? That's quite a hard one. I think it would be probably the Tower of Orthanc, or maybe even, I think it's the Ewok Village, actually, from the Lego Star Wars theme. I think that's just a superb set. I really like the sort of effect with the trees and such, so I think it would be the Ewok Village from the Lego Star Wars theme. And I think on second place would be the Tower of Orthanc and Helm's Deep. And yeah, those are just my favorite sets for the Lord of the Rings anyways. Do you watch Anime? Yes, I do. I do watch Anime. What's your favorite Lego Lord of the Rings set? Tower of Orthanc and, of course, Helm's Deep. Merry Christmas to you, Brickley. Thank you. Q&A, Brickley. If you were to make the entire land of Middle-earth, Moria, mountains, Rohan, Gondor, trees, lakes, etc., and somehow be able to put it all together when done, How long do you think it would take to complete that project? P.S. I'll watch every video. Thank you. Let me see here. I think it would take a little long. I wouldn't create every single lake and such. I would just create major locations because you gotta imagine creating all of the lands of Middle Earth would be a bit crazy. I would need the space of course, an airfield for that, for even for a Lego sort of Middle Earth diorama. But I mean, I'm gonna create the main locations in Lego. That's my dream, to have my shelf filled up with those locations. But yeah, I'm not gonna do anything other than that. I mean, I'm not gonna create big empty planes, which I'm not gonna use. That's just a waste of pieces and of course time. So I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna create the big location. So I definitely look forward to that. Awesome. Thank you for asking. Let me see you ask something else as well. And is it possible that you could still send me some orcs after you're done with Mordor? Who knows? If you support me and Brickley gets huge on YouTube, who knows what giveaways I will do? Just answer my future giveaways and you'll know. Let me see here. What is your plan for your next few MOCs? I believe after the Lord of the Rings MOCs are done. Well, I'm going to create a lot of Lord of the Rings MOCs, and I'm going to continue doing that. Maybe even a couple of Star Wars MOCs as well. Really look forward to that. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to focus on building the Black Gate first right now. Not going to look that far into the future. What's your absolute favorite foods? Well, I actually love Chinese takeout. That's really my favorite. And they have a sort of dish right there, which is actually called Kai Si. So that is my favorite dish from Chinese takeout. That's your answer right there. Next up, we actually got a question by David Emperor, and he's actually the first person to send me fan mail, and I'm so thankful for you that you sent me that awesome package with those custom pieces. So thank you so much for that. But your question is, have you read the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit books? I've read The Hobbit and I've read the first part of the Fellowship of the Ring. So yeah, I read the first part. So I definitely have all of the books. I just gotta go and sit down to read them. But yeah, as you can see, I'm quite preoccupied with Mordor, as I've said a lot. So yeah, that's just my main response to that. But I really want to read a lot of them. I mean, the books were really superb. I mean, I read The Hobbit pretty quickly actually. I think it was a pretty good book. And I also loved reading The Fellowship of the Ring with all of those extra scenes and such, which you didn't see in the movie. So I think that's definitely a nice book to read if you're a big Lego The Lord of the Rings fan. So yeah, I'm really a fan of the books. I just gotta go and read those because they're really just superb. Yes, I say superb a lot. That's just my words. So I'm gonna own it. Next up over here, aside from Lego, what are your hobbies and interests? Well, I actually love swimming. I play some video games, I watch movies, and that's that. I like doing runs and such. I like cycling, so a lot of active stuff actually. Next up, what are your Lego and YouTube New Year's resolutions and hope? Well, I actually hope that we're going to reach 100,000 subscribers in 2022. That's definitely my main goal. But other than that, I really hope that the Blackgate is going to be an epic mock series, which you're all going to love, with, of course, the finale, which is coming up pretty soon. Next up over here, yeah, all right, those were actually all of the questions. Just wanted to say, have thoroughly enjoyed watching your channel this year, seeing it grow, etc. Thanks for sharing your enthusiasm for LEGO The Lord of the Rings with us. Happy Christmas and a new year. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for asking that question. Next up, we got Alec Pitch, I believe. What's your favorite set and minifigure, any theme and hobby? Favorite set, of course, my Ewok Village. Favorite minifigure, I would say Davy Jones from the Pirates of the Caribbean Lego theme. Definitely an amazing minifigure. How many subscribers are you aiming for by the end of 2022 by Bricktory Lep? Well, that's an interesting question. I hope over 100,000. That would be superb. I know we can do it together. So I'm just going to go and build my MOCs. And I really hope to have all of your support so I can continue building MOCs. So, well, the play button would be an awesome goal to hit in 2022. Definitely would be superb. Next up, we got, of course, a question right here by Dirty Frog 51. Favorite Clone Trooper minifigure. Also, Merry Christmas. Thank you. My favorite Clone Trooper would be the 501st animated Clone Trooper. I really just love that minifigure. And yeah, I've grown to love that minifigure more and more. First of all, actually, my favorite Clone Trooper was the Utapau 212 regular Clone Trooper from the 212 Utapau Battle Pack. But I actually came to actually love the animated styled 501st Clone Trooper a lot more. So yeah, that's just my favorite Clone Trooper. Next up, we got, what's your favorite Lord of the Rings character? Sauron, just Sauron. Thank you for asking, Furious Element 99. Nin Bricks, my question for your Q&A is, is your favorite Lord of the Rings movie? I would say The Two Towers because of the Battle of Helm's Deep. That's definitely one of my favorite scenes. Hey There by Michael Vampire. Will you try to build Middle Earth every place? I want to build the major locations. I don't know if I'm going to build all of the locations from the books and such and the Silmarillion, but I am going to try to attempt actually to build major locations from Middle Earth. So you got to think about Minas Tirith, Osgiliath, the Tower of Orthanc, Isengard, of course, Helm's Deep, Edoras, a lot of other projects. So mainly the main locations from Middle Earth, not really the side locations anyways. Thank you for asking. We got another question right here. Disruptive Goose asks, what is your next big milestone for your channel after building Mordor? Well, I actually have a ton of exciting ideas for Brickley in the future. So just stay tuned till you see them. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I have a lot of epic stuff in store for all of you. So I definitely look forward to that. Next up, we got a question by Chandler L. Merry Christmas. Thank you. If you were in Middle Earth, what faction race would you be? Excluding human Gondor. I would be, maybe I would be a sort of someone like Sauron, of course. I don't know the exact name, but I think I would definitely join, of course, the big commanding forces of Mordor. Maybe even be a Nazgul or something, a ring wraith. That would be really epic in my opinion. The next question is by Grady. Do you think LEGO will bring back LEGO The Lord of the Rings? Well, it's actually quite an interesting question. I think that if we work hard enough together on YouTube and you support my channel, Brickley, we will definitely be able to get this message through to LEGO. Because if a big YouTuber just throws at LEGO, we want LEGO The Lord of the Rings back, I definitely think that they're going to listen to us. So we might have a chance if you go and subscribe to Brickley right now. So go hit that subscribe button and support Brickley to support hashtag bring back LEGO The Lord of the Rings. And next up, we got a question by VN Bricks. Are you going to build any LEGO Hobbit MOCs in the future? Definitely. I'm definitely going to do that. Don't worry about that. Next up, we got a question by Amadeiren, I believe. Hi, I've been watching you for a long time. I'm from Russia, but I know English well. Thank you for your content, The Hobbit and the, I don't know what that is, the Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's something Russian for the Lord, actually. Are my Hobbit favorite LEGO series. I have all of the sets for them, and it is very interesting for me to watch how you build and talk about Mordor. Also Helm's Deep and Rivendell. This is a good gift. I wish you happiness and all of the best. Continue making videos. Thank you for wishing me all of those awesome wishes right there. Really love that. Thank you for your support. When you are done building the Black Gate, are you going to connect it to the other MOCs? I am. It's going to be a full big landscaping of Mordor. I'm not going to be able to fit it on big tables within my LEGO room, but I'm definitely going to take it to a LEGO convention one day. Really look forward to that. Thank you for asking. We got the next question by Ego Lego. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Also to you. Are you planning on doing more Pirates of the Caribbean videos? Yes, stay tuned for that in 2022. Have big plans for that. We got a question by Janas Novak over here. Merry Christmas to you too. What is your job that you can afford such LEGO holes? When are you going to start Minas Morgul? Well, the first question actually is, I actually sort of teach and such. I mean, I saved up a lot of money, and that's about it. I mean, I save all of my money, and I throw it towards my LEGO channel And I don't buy clothes or anything else because I have a massive wardrobe from back in the day, which I can still wear. I mean, my clothes are pretty just random and such, and I really care about what I wear, but it's not gonna be like I'm gonna buy $300 shoes or anything. So yeah, I just save all of my money and I don't throw it at food or something. Just save your money and you're going to be able to afford everything I have. So save all of the money you get. The only thing you're going to ask for Christmas is Lego and nothing else. So no video games, just Lego. Yeah, that's what I did. And when are you going to build Minas Morgul? Can't promise anything, but I hope in 2022. That's my answer right there. Next up, we got a question by Favel over here. Hello from Russia. What figures of the Gondorians are you going to buy for Mordor? And what other buildings, according to the Lord of the Rings, are you going to make? Well, actually, I'm going to get some Gondorians for, of course, Mordor. I think I'm going to buy them from AliExpress. Actually, the sort of custom minifigures. I actually have a couple of those. But I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of those within my Blackgate mock because the delay, of course, with everything that's going on right now in the world, is going to be a bit massive with, of course, shipping for those products because you're going to have to wait around 2 months for those figures to arrive. And I don't know if I have the time to wait that long. So I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of Gondorians, but I'm definitely going to have a couple of those minifigures in an awesome battle scene. And the next question over here, what other buildings, according to the Lord of the Rings, are going to make a lot of epic locations, as I said before, the main locations of the Lord of the Rings? Next up over here, a question by, let me see here, Cartman Bra. How much have you spent on all of those Lord of the Rings sets? Well, all of my Lego The Lord of the Rings sets, I purchased back in the day. So I bought them for the release price, actually. So the retail value from back in the day. So I bought the Helm's Deep set for around $100 or something like that. Not really that expensive, but yeah, back in the day, everything was really cheap. So just the regular price if you were wondering. So thank you for asking that. I personally love the Lord of the Rings sets, and I only have the Battle of Helm's Deep, but I'm planning to get some for Christmas. So I was wondering that could be a good start set. Also, I love your videos and Merry Christmas. The Helm's Deep set is definitely a good start, and it's definitely one of the more expensive sets. So yeah, that's definitely an amazing set to have in your collection.
While I was actually editing my video, I noticed I answered your question wrongly, and I would recommend getting the LEGO Uruk-hai Army set because that would add 4 Uruk-hai minifigures and 2 Rohan minifigures to your LEGO The Lord of the Rings collection. And in addition to that as well, the LEGO Uruk-hai Army wall piece is actually also quite a nice piece to add to your official LEGO Helm's Deep set. So that's my recommendation to get for Christmas or any other holiday this year.
Merry Christmas and of course a Happy New Year to you as well. Over here we got a question by, let me see here, Lestin King. Merry Christmas. What's your favorite location in Middle Earth? Mordor and Helm's Deep, I believe. So that's the 2 favorite locations. What are your other favorite teams besides Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit? Question by Corey over here. Any other fantasy theme? I also love Game of Thrones and such. I mean, not a lot of other stuff. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the realistic type of movies and series. Although I actually also like action movies and such. Yeah, any other type of theme aside from Lego City and all of those themes. I mean, I even like Lego Chima. Come on. I just love fantasy. What is your normal job? I actually teach a bit and such everywhere. I just do some random stuff as my job. So yeah, just to get enough money to fund my Lego collection right here. Will you build Gundabad? Well, I hope to one day, not sure. Over here, are you from USA? I'm from planet Earth. That's all you're gonna get right there. When will you show your face and how old are you? I'm 18 years old. And showing my face, actually, no, just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that yet. Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you too as well. Let me see here. Hey, Brickley, I was just wondering how long did it take you to get all those Lego Middle Earth sets, especially all those Lego Middle Earth minifigures? Well, I started collecting in 2012, so took me a little while, actually 9 years. So yeah, that's my collecting time actually. So yeah, that's all the time I took. I mean, I bought a lot of minifigures in 2020 to 2021. That's the main big haul I got. I mean, I got around 200 to 300 minifigures in the past 2 years for the Lord of the Rings. But I just get most of them from Bricklink and such, and they're quite expensive, so I don't really recommend buying them from Bricklink because they're really expensive on there. That's just a waste of your money. I mean, you can get some minifigures on eBay for like $5, and they're genuine Lego orcs if you just search for the right and trustworthy deal. So yeah, just be cautious and save a lot of money, and then you're gonna be able to buy a lot of Lego Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's possible. I did it. So the next question is actually by Daniel Tirado, and he asks, when you finish the Helm's Deep MOC, could you do a Pirates of the Caribbean MOC or just any Pirates MOC? Well, I definitely look forward to building a Pirates of the Caribbean MOC. That would really be an awesome project to work on in the future. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. I really am a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I've actually collected Pirates of the Caribbean Mega Blocks back in the days. Actually also dressed up as Jack Sparrow every single time. So that was really fun to do. And I'm really a big fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, if I say so myself. I've watched the 5 movies over and over, so I will definitely create a Lego Pirates of the Caribbean MOC. So thank you for asking. Really nice question right there. Next up, actually, we got a question by Bob Smith. What do you like better, Lego The Lord of the Rings or Lego Star Wars? Well, I actually can't choose between both because they're pretty awesome themes. I just love The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and I love Star Wars, and I'm not going to choose between those two epic movie lines because they're just so amazing. But yeah, I just love both. I mean, I started watching Star Wars in around 2015 and already watched The Lord of the Rings in 2011/12. So that might say a little bit of how long I've been a fan of the franchises. But yeah, I just love both equally, so I won't choose between Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. So yeah, next up, we got a question by the Green Wizard. Thank you for supporting me for so long. I've seen your name come up a lot of times. What is your opinion about the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games? Well, I actually, unfortunately, didn't play those games, but a friend of mine actually had those games, and he showed me a little bit how they and what they actually look like. And I think they're superb. So what I'm gonna, well, of course, get back to gaming a little bit, maybe in the future. I'm gonna definitely play Shadow of Mordor, and of course let me see here, Shadow of War game. So yeah, I really think it's superb. I mean, I've watched a couple of cutscenes with, I believe, Talion is it, and of course the ring rays and such. So I think that definitely looks amazing with, of course, Minas Ithil and such. That really is superb. But yeah, I haven't played it so far, but I definitely think it's a great game. So thank you for asking. And the last question is actually by Joel Burkle right here. Merry Christmas, Brickley. I'm so happy to have found your channel. My question is if you will show your face or if you have planned something like that. Well, the only special video you're going to get in 2021 right now is my Q&A video. So I'm not going to show you my face yet, but thank you for asking. I guess I will build the Tower of Orthanc for Christmas. That's an awesome set, so thank you for asking this question for my Q&A video. So yeah, these were all of the questions you've asked in the comment section down below of my Q&A request video. Now, this was actually my first Q&A episode, and I hope that I didn't miss any of your questions. And if I did, you can actually still ask them in the comment section down below, and I will answer to you via, of course, the comment section. So I hope you enjoyed watching this Q&A video, and I really enjoyed answering all of your questions. So I want to wish every single one of you a happy and healthy 2022, filled with joy and Lego. And I'll see you all in next year's video.